Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. My name is Eric, and this is Wise Capital FX. And here, what we do, we talk about trading all day long from morning till evening. So, if you need more trading tips or ideas, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that whenever I post something new, you get notified. And also, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as possible. So in today's session, we are going to talk about continuation pattern. Last week, a friend did request me to prepare something about continuation pattern, and I've come up with something. So it is my hope that you will learn something from it. And also, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or WhatsApp and Telegram. The link to my social sites are in the description part below. So without any further delay, let's get started. And always remember, if you have any comment, just leave it on the comment section. And if you have any complaint, I will also love to hear it. So let's continue. So continuation patterns Continuation patterns is what we want to talk about. We want to discuss what are they, what are continuation patterns, and where do you expect to find them. And also we look at types of continuation patterns. We'll have a look at the wedge pattern, rectangle pattern, pennant pattern, and a flag pattern. Thereafter, we'll go to the charts and we'll also have a look at what they are. So let's get into it. So now, continuation patterns are patterns that tell you if price was going up, price will continue going up, or if price was going down, price will continue going down. Now, we've always said that if price or if you've watched any of my videos, I've shown you several times that if price is going upward, it will be making series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low. So it's kind of a zigzag that is going upward. So that is what we call an uptrend move. So you should be able to identify it correctly on a chart. Now, if price is going upward, if you get a continuation pattern, it should tell you that price will continue going upward. So where do you expect to find this continuation pattern? Most of the time it occurs at the retracement area, this area right here. So continuation patterns usually appear at this face here, this point here, the region between higher highs and higher low. This is where you'll get your continuation pattern. And this continuation pattern gives you clue that price will continue going upward, right? Now, if the market is going down, it will be making series of lower lows, lower high. So this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So it goes down like that to lower low, lower high, lower low. So this is a downtrend market and this is an uptrend market. So for a downtrend market, bearish continuation pattern should appear at the retracement part, this region right here. So this point here is where you expect to find your continuation pattern. And this continuation pattern tells you that price will continue pushing forward. You'll also get them right here. And that is what gives you a clue that price will continue pushing forward. All right. So we'll start with the wedge pattern. Now, the wedge pattern, like I've told you, first you must identify that price is going upward. So from this example, you can see price gave us a new high. This is high. Then it gave us a higher low. Then it pushes strongly to a new higher high. Then watch the way it is retracing. It's retracing more of a sharp triangle facing down. It's very, very sharp, like this, very, very sharp. It's a consolidation that is very, very sharp. So you can see it is retracing all the way back down. And then this is your clue that price will continue going upward. And this is what we call a falling wedge pattern. Likewise, for bearish continuation pattern, you must be able to identify first that price is going down, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now watch the way it is retracing back to the next potential lower high. It is retracing in a form of a very sharp, tilted triangle that is facing up. Sharp, tilted, and it is facing up. So remember, the market is coming from, it's going down, so it's dropping. Then we get a very sharp retracement in a form of a triangle, and this is what we call a rising wedge. So this pattern is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing forward. So if I go to the chart, here is the pattern, but before we get to it, let's have a look at what is happening. You can see price gave you higher high, then higher low, right? Then this is the next higher high. Now watch the way it is retracing. It's in a form of a pennant, a form of a falling wedge. Now this falling wedge is what tells you that price will continue pushing forward. Now there are ways of trading, and I'll prepare part 3. Part 3 of the video is what we'll talk about how to trade this pattern. This is part 1. Part 1, I'm talking about continuation pattern. Then part 2, I will talk about reversal pattern. Then part 3, I'll talk about how to trade this pattern. So please don't forget to subscribe so that when I prepare this content, you get notified on how to trade them. Now then, this one is for a rising wedge. So clearly you can see this was the previous level. Do you see this level? This was a support, right? So if a support is broken, like we've broken, already this is your first clue that price will continue going down. So this is your first potential lower low. But watch the way it is retracing back to retest this broken support zone, which is a potential lower high. So you can see it is coming back in a form of a falling, a rising wedge. Now, this was your clue that price will continue pushing forward. So the first pattern that we just handled is the wedge pattern. Don't forget it, the wedge pattern. So we go to the second pattern, which is the flag pattern. Now the flag, all these continuation pattern, they have one thing in common, in that they must appear at the retracement part. They must appear at the retracement part. So for a bull flag, you can see price is pushing strongly, higher high, then higher low, then it pushes strongly, then you can see we have a parallel retracement, price respecting this boundary and giving you a parallel shape. It is confined within a parallel boundary. So this is what we call a flag, and this is what gives you clue that we'll get another strong move upward. Likewise, for a bear flag, you should be able to identify that price is making lower low, lower high, then lower low. Then you can see the way it is retracing back to the next potential lower high. It is coming back but confined in a parallel channel that is facing upward. So this is your bear flag, and this is what gives you clue that price might push downwards. All right, so if you go to the chart, you should be able to see that we have an impulse move here. This is your higher high, then a retracement to higher low, then see we have a new higher high, but watch the way the retracement has taken place. It is confined in a parallel boundary form of a retracement. Now this is your clue that this move was coming, and that the price will continue going upward. Remember, we are talking about continuation pattern, and this is a bull flag, right? For the bear flag, you should be able to identify that the price is going down or it's trending downwards, and then you wait for the retracement. Then you see which kind of retracement. Is it the parallel type? And that is what a flag is. So for example, if we start here, you should be able to see that this is a completely new low, and this is lower high. Then we come completely to a new lower low, but watch the way it is retracing in a form of, you see, one, like this. It's a parallel. Now, this is your bear flag. This is your bear flag pattern. And this is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing forward. Now, the next pattern is what we call a pennant. Now, a pennant looks somehow alike to the flag pattern. The only difference is that now it's not parallel, it's more of a triangle move. You see, a triangle move that is gentle. It is not as sharp as the wedge pattern, it is rather gentle. Do you see this? It's very gentle. So you should be able to identify that price is giving you higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then you watch the type of retracement happening here. If it is gentle like this is what we call a pennant, and this is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing upward, and this is a bull pennant. Likewise, for a falling market, you should be able to identify that price is giving you lower low, lower high, then to a new lower low. Then you watch how is it retracing to the next potential lower high. And you can see we have a very gentle type of a retracement taking the form of a triangle. Now this is your bear pennant, and this is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing forward. So if I go to the chart, you should be able to see that price gave you a higher high, higher low, then it pushes strongly to a new higher high. Then watch this type of retracement. Yes, this is what we call a bull pennant. Now this is what will have given you a clue that price will continue pushing forward. Yes, so if you call a pennant a triangle or a triangle a pennant, no worries, because so long as you can get the message that price is giving you, the name should not bother you. All right, now for bear pennant pattern, you should be able to identify that the price is going down, right? So this was a support. Do you see this area? So this was a support. If a support zone is broken, that will be a clue that there is change of a trend, or the trend will continue going down. And you see the type of retracement that we are getting, it's a form of a gentle triangle. Now this was your clue that price will continue pushing forward. This is a bear pennant. So, and also we have another pattern, which we call the rectangle pattern. Now, the rectangle pattern, likewise, it must appear at the retracement form. So, price is giving you higher high, higher low, higher high. But now, instead of tilting, it moves sideways in a form of a ranging market, sideways. Now, this is what we call a rectangle continuation pattern. If price breaks out at the top of resistance, there is a high probability it will continue pushing upward. Now, for a bear rectangle, market must be going down, lower lows, lower high. Remember, I will repeat this once again. Continuation patterns, they give you clue that if the market was going down or upward, it will continue going down or upward respectively, right? So these are type of patterns that you expect to find in a trending market. And how do we identify a trending market? The market should be giving you lower lows and lower high, lower lows and lower high, or higher highs and higher low, higher highs and higher low. And we've also said a continuation pattern, it must appear at the retracement part. So once you've identified your new higher high or new lower low, like in this situation, you should be able to identify the type of retracement. Is it sideways like this, the ranging market? Now, if it is ranging, this gives you a bear rectangle. So a bear rectangle is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing forward. So you can see on this example, this is a bull rectangle. So price pushes strongly from down here to a new high, then gives you higher low, then gives you higher high. But watch the type of retracement that we are getting. It's a sideways moving market, you see. Now this is what we call a bull rectangle. And this is what gives you clue that price will continue pushing forward. Likewise, for a bear rectangle, you must be able to identify that price is giving you, this is a lower low, a lower high, lower low, but you see the way it is retracing sideways. Yeah, this is what we call a bear rectangle. Now this is what would have given you clue that the market will continue pushing forward. So I want us to go to the charts and see what is happening there. So I'm going to do randomly and to see what happens. So now from this point here, this is a rather interesting. You should be able to identify that the price is giving you new lower low. Let me change this. you should be able to see that this is a push downward, right? Then we get a retracement, then a new push. But I want you to observe what is happening here. See, this is a rectangle. It's a rather complex one. You could have not, it would have taken you some time to see it. So we get an impulse move, then a sideways move. So this is your bare rectangle, and this is your clue that the market will continue pushing forward. So let's see what happens. Now, here's also another one. You can see right here. So the market was pushing all the way from, it's dropping. It's dropping. Let's see. So it's giving you lower low, lower high, lower low, then a sideways move. This is what we call a bear rectangle. Then it continues to push forward. Now there are ways of trading this pattern, and like I've told you, that will be the third part 3 of these pattern clips, so that we'll have a look at. Let's see what else can we be able to see. What else? And also another thing you should know, that trading is all about identifying a pattern that gives you advantage. So after studying all various types of pattern, you should be able to settle down on a particular trading style. Which pattern do you find to be favorable with you? And that becomes the basis of your strategy. So you use that at all times, and you'll be able to make a living from this business. So let's continue checking. We see if we can get, all right. Now here we have an interesting one. So you should be able to identify that price has given you a completely new push downward. Do you see this? So this level here was holding as a support, right? Then we get a strong push downward. Then do you see this type of retracement? This one here. This is your pennant, and this is what would have given you clue that price would continue pushing forward. Okay, let's see if we can get another type of pattern. All right. Okay, we've talked about, nice. Let's see this. So price gives you a completely new push upward. Then watch this retracement. Do you see this? More of a flag type. Do you see it? Yes. And then it continues pushing forward. See, it pushes forward. So just to mention, just to summarize what we've just learned today, we've said that for you to identify continuation pattern, you must identify first that the market is trending. And how do we identify that the market is trending? It's either it's giving you higher highs and higher low, or if it is going down, it's giving you lower lows and lower highs, right? And we've also said that your continuation pattern must appear at the retracement part for an uptrend, or a retracement part for the downtrend, this area here. And we've said they are basically around 3 or 4 continuation pattern. We have the wedge pattern, wedge, and then we have the rectangle, and then we have the pennant, and then we have the flag. So I really hope this video has been helpful. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button, so that it really goes a long way in supporting my content, and I will really appreciate it. Leave comment on the comment section so that we continue interacting. Click the links to my Telegram group, or my WhatsApp group, or my Facebook, or my Twitter account on the description part below, and we'll be able to meet on the other side. Thank you for now. Goodbye till next time.